and it was very sad. It was very sad because we didn't think it was going to end, you know, and just the music that during that period because it was the I won't say the dawn of house music from Chicago, but we were very much in the mix of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Ten City records, the more vocal oriented records started coming out of Chicago, and then you had the Jersey sound, then you had the music from Italy, all the house music coming like What You Need by Soft House Company, and then all the UK imports that would come out. So you had this, you know, this vast array of music that was diverse and with classics, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We have a funny story. Um, the classic heads, we was like, all right, we tired of this new music. You're gonna hear some classics. Da 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 da. And Tony was like, oh, you want to hear classics? All right, that's what y'all want. So he took home all the new records. There was not a new record in the booth,
Wow.
and it was all classics, and he killed it the whole night. He killed it. But when it got to like 8 o'clock in the morning, he
Mm-hmm.
you know he turned on the blue lights as he does, you know, changing the mood, and he started talking. Oh, you classic heads. That's what y'all want to hear. Classics all night. Da 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 da. Then he'll play a record. Like, say he'll play, what was it? Time Warp or something. I think that was, or Nobody's Got Time, but it was, I think that was the song he was playing. This song came out in 1977. Y'all living back, you know, he was, but the way he did it, it was so rhythmic, like he was almost rapping. And we was getting into what he was saying over the songs as he's letting us have it. We were,
Wow.
you know, like, all right, yeah, but
Yeah, but this is
and
hot.
he said, then he played some other record, but you know, we love you, I love you, we love you, and then he played something that signified his appreciation of us. So it was cool, it was cool. But after that, we were like, all right, that's it, no more classes. We ain't hit no more classes. That's it. It's a wrap. And those were the many stories. I mean, it was like a family, really. You know, it was like a family, and I miss that bird. And oh,
Do you think that's why Zanzibar fell? Because um, Shelton and Tony, like you said, the driving force behind much of what was going
I
on because
mean,
they
what's
left.
I mean, I wouldn't say. Well, it's hard to say because that's when every 5 years is new generation of people. So when they left and the new management took over, they brought in a whole new group of people.
Mm-hmm.
A new young people started coming to the club. Not saying they weren't at that time, but it turned into a very youthful. When under Kevin O's watch, there's a lot of young people. It was packed, and it was even I think Tamir also did parties at the Zanzibar as well. Um, Pump Nation, I believe, and I think he was offered a management position. I'm not sure, but I know he did nights there. And uh, damn, my mom, boy, I'm getting old. I can't remember anyone's name. Kyle Small Smith played there as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Or it was and Fingers. They Warren Soul Fingers played there
Mm-hmm.
too under Pump Nation. So you had it was an influx of 20 some young 20 somethings, 19-year-olds, and I think they dropped the age. And that's how I met uh, Polo and Sajida and Errol, and they all came. Well, I met Errol like in '89, I think '89, '88, but not 91, 90. I was still going to dance bar, and that's when I think Billy Press and Liza was running the club. Kevin O was a resident. Bruce Jefferson was also playing there with Kevin, and Andrew Hogan's was playing downstairs. This is in the late '90s, y'all. So,
Wow.
I mean, I'm sorry, the early '90s, '91, '92, '93,
Mm-hmm.
and Andrew Hogan would play downstairs, and that's how I met, you know, the Polos and Sajada and Vadita and Jason and all the FIDA members who, I got real close with, and they became my family.
Mm-hmm.
And they all came to the house to create feeder if I was in the attic. So that's the connection we all have. And Andrew Hogan's Chanel. Yeah, Chanel. Chanel used to date Andrew Hogan's, and that's her. She was a young thing, at the Zanzibar. She was in our group. Oh, for sure. I still have. I shot a film when I was in college. I was a media arts major. I shot a film with all of them. I have yet to dig it out of my storage and transfer it to digital. But she's in it. She was actually the star, the protagonist, I believe, of the film. It was just short for a class, but they all were in it. I would love to see what it looks like now.
Yeah.
30 years later.
You have all the business.
Yeah. So we all that whole early '90s collective. I mean, it got to the point downstairs that downstairs was alive, and upstairs was like, it was okay, but it didn't have that energy. For some reason, those kids they caught on to that vibe, that old Zanzibar vibe, that old garage vibe, and they just let themselves go and be free. I mean, he'll play a classic and they will lose it. Like, wow, I thought they know about this. It was awesome. It was awesome, and that led them to seeking out Herbie Hancock records, or John Coltrane records, or old Stevie Wonder, like rare Stevie Wonder music. They went out and searched for other music, listening to those records. So we really influenced them in a great way, where we opened up their mind to the whole world of different sounds in terms of our music, in terms of black music, the black music experience. So, because it's vast.
Absolutely.
Music is vast. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me?
So much new music that comes out quicker now, with technology. And I had CC Rogers here.
Oh,
and
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome
he's
singer.
amazing.
Awesome guy.
Shout out to him and his wife. I love you guys.
Yes,
I appreciate you for coming down when you did. And he came right after he had released his newest album.
Wow.
And prior to him coming, he emailed me the whole album.
Wow.
Which is what I was like, he
Okay.
gave it to me for. And he said, yes, I uploaded it to YouTube. Because he said kids today don't really buy music. They download it from wherever, and there's always a way to get it without paying for it. So why try to sell it? He said he put it online so that they'll hear it, and then they'll book him. And that's the new way that the circle has changed, basically.
You have to figure out how to market yourself.
Absolutely.
In this new technology. And it's not easy. And I commend him if he's able to pull it off and get bookings that way. That's great.
Absolutely. Because I was trying to figure out how people still made money doing house music. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not easy today. So there are a lot of people out there who are trying, and I'm an artist advocate, so you guys, I always got y'all when it comes to that. The change in the entire scenery in this particular area over the last 15, 20 years, how do you think it's going to perpetuate itself in the coming years?
Well, it's still viable. The dance, the so-called underground or house, it's still a viable scene. People are always going to want to go out dancing. I mean, we're human beings, and people want to go out and dance. That's something that's innate in us, to be social with one another and go out and listen to music and dance. That's not going to stop. In terms of this genre of music, it's trucking along. This has been a horse that was beaten for the last 25 years. How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? How are we going to do this? Just be. Do what you do and just be. And let it just, do what it does. You stay on your grind and make what you do happen. You know what I mean? The world today, people are not as friendly as they were 30 years ago, maybe 40. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very dog eat dog, and the world, the love of many has waxed cold.
Mhm.
So we're that unity that everyone is seeking for and wanting. Let's unify. I mean, it's not going to happen. It hasn't happened in the last 25 years.
And everybody has tried.
So I say, stay positive. Work on you. Do your music. Go through the system. I mean, and stay focused on what you do. I mean, if you're doing a party, hey, don't worry about the next party. Do your thing. Do your party. You know, people will come out if you're doing the right thing. Just do you. You know, and you will exist. In doing that, you're keeping the scene afloat.
Do you think that the amount of summer music festivals that are house music oriented will bring an influx of younger people to start seeking out that music in clubs?
Well, like I said before, young people in their social habits, it's not something that they do.
Mm.
Going out is not like something that they do. It's not in the music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a part of their social makeup in terms of like it was when I was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
When the last, back in the 70s and 80s. That's what we did. That's what young people did. They don't do that now. So it's going to be very difficult to train young people to do that, to go out,
Mm.
dancing out. I mean, they do go out, but it's not in the way it was for us.
Right.
Because
It's much
it
less
was
social.
because of the simple fact that it was in the media. The media, I'm telling you, if you go on YouTube and you do research on like disco or they had disco commercials. Every disco was in everything. I can't even, it amazes me, and I lived through it. It was in everything. Every TV show had some sort of disco element in it. People were going out and say characters in a soap opera or characters in a movie or film,
Mhm.
they had a disco scene. So it was embedded in the culture. So that drove everybody to go out. That's where we're going out. I'm going to the club. We're going out.
Wow.
Now it's not like that. They don't. It's an afterthought, or it's not a part of their social makeup. It's not in their music. If it is, it's an afterthought. Yeah, we going to the club. They do that. Get jiggy, get blingy, blah blah blah. Yeah, they do that. But it's not at the level it was back in the 70s or 80s. It's definitely, for sure. On the underground level, with our scene, people are getting older and older. I don't know how long people are going to keep up, because I'm 57
Listen.
and I'm telling it over the
I
airway.
see a lot of older people
I
lot
can't
of
keep up
y'all
anymore.
who can outdance these 20-somethings on any given day. Let's be clear. You know what I mean? I see
Yeah.
y'all get down and still work, and I'm amazed. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
they've been conditioning their bodies over the years.
For
They probably
decades,
eat
yes.
right, and they've been doing it and still doing it. I stopped. I mean, my go-to, of course, Humble Beginnings is my family. Humble Beginnings, this other party, Essentials. We definitely had to talk about that.
Shout out to Caesar and
Caesar and Alvaro.
Alvaro, much love and
um,
appreciation.
That's my
guys.
family as well. I mean, that's a whole nother type of party. People still go out who've been dancing like that, conditioning their body. They've been conditioned. I mean, from the time they were in their 20s, still able to spin on the floor, and they haven't stopped. I had to stop because of injuries that I had from dancing. Hurting my shoulder, hurting my knees, hurting my feet. I couldn't do it physically anymore. But I've been hustling lately. I have a dance class that I guess I teach. Yeah, hustle
Let them know where
on at the Afro Brazilian Center every Sunday. If you want to learn how to hustle, come on down. I have a nice group of ladies that I've been teaching, and they're really good.
In Bloomfield. Right next
Shout out
to
to Lawrence,
AHA.
Tahi for coming down, and Michelle for coming down and teaching the class. I mean, I greatly appreciate their input. Um, it's been really, really good. Your sister, she's awesome. She is Rose. Big up to Rose. She's been
My big little sister.
getting it in, and it's a great thing. It's good exercise, and it's something different, We just practice amongst ourselves at the studio, and we have a lot of fun. It's great.
So if y'all want to learn how to hustle, the Afro-Brazilian Center, Bloomfield, New Jersey, right next to the IHOP on Bloomfield Avenue. Sundays at what time?
From 5 o'clock to 7.
5 to 7. Hustle classes. Is it a fee?
It will be next year, but
Right now.
it will be now. It's just we shut down for
The
December,
holidays.
yeah.
Mhm.
But we'll be back up, and there will be a fee. Not much, $5 or $6. It's not much, and
It's worth it. I'm telling you.
It's fun. It's fun. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think I like the fact that it's something that's not just social, but it's a contact social.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And-
It's partner oriented.
Right, and I was known as a hustler back in the day. I wasn't really a freestyler yet, because that was the thing that everybody,
Was doing the hustle.
hustling, and I would go to those clubs where they played, where people hustled at, and we got into a lot of fights, slapping people in the head.
What?
At the at the Zanzibar, man, you slap somebody wrong, but you just, you trying, you're hustling, and people walk by, and
And
you accidentally hit them in the head. Oh, it's a big thing. So it's
Oh my God.
yeah, but
Yeah, the love and house
Yeah.
hadn't come yet.
yeah,
It was still
yeah.
disco. So
No, that was in the 80s. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But they respected the hustle, though, for sure.
that's yeah. I don't know what I don't know what that is.
They respected the hustle in the clubs back in the day, for sure.
Mhm.
Other great hustlers in Newark. Boy, we used to get down, boy, back in the day. It's awesome.
I've seen you and Arrow hustle,
Oh yeah,
and that was probably one of the best combos I've seen.
Yeah, they call that the Casanova style, two guys, because after a while, you couldn't find a female that was really, really good
Mm-hmm.
here in locally. So,
There's this
You
young
hustle
lady I
together.
actually saw at
I can hustle.
Club Elevation,
mhm.
and I don't know her name, but she's been coming here. I want to say at least for the last 10 years, off and on.
Uh-huh.
And she just like I want to say within the last week or two, she was hustling with somebody
Oh wow, she was
up at
good.
Elevate. Yeah,
She was getting in.
Absolutely.
That's great. That's a
Absolutely.
beautiful dance.
yeah.
It's a beautiful dance. Beautiful.
So what would you like to see this genre, this scene in this area? What would you like to see it come to?
You know what? One a major club, like a Zanzibar,
Mm-hmm.
in the downtown area, at the level of sophistication that everybody can get to from all points, from New York, from people in South Jersey, Philly, DC, coming up to this club like they used to at Zanzibar. We need another one of those.
With the gentrification in the city, do you believe it'll happen?
Well, if white people want to go out and dance, if they want to, white people like to dance too.
Absolutely.
And if that, they have a problem with, us when we congregate somewhere, and that's why a lot of those clubs in New York moved elsewhere when they gentrified some area. The saltines get a little salty, and they don't want us down there, so they move. Yeah, they move, so they move the club somewhere else. So I don't know. They may want us down there, they may not. But what's going on downtown? It doesn't look like it. But who knows? I mean, there are a lot of young people moving to Newark because of the gentrification with nothing to do.
Right.
And
And it's a
but then
college
again,
city.
right? But then again, like I said before, the mentality of going out is not embedded in their social um, itinerary. If they do decide they may go to a restaurant, to a movie, hang out at the bar, but doing dancing is not something that they do. You know, young people.
Well, and you're absolutely right, because I have nieces and nephews who I've taken to parties with me, and they just stand or sit down like they stand against the wall like
And they look
wallflowers.
like, what is this? Like,
yeah,
like,
and I'm
what-
looking at them like, y'all, we can't have the same genes. I don't understand how y'all
Yeah,
don't
it's
dance.
not. It's not a part of their
Yeah, they
their
don't.
social itinerary. They don't do that.
It's a weird thing.
Like I said, if you do the research and you go back and you look at all the old footage of the '70s and the commercials and TV shows, it was really like how hip hop is today. It was all over the place, and everyone went out. That's what we did. That's what young people did. That's why the parties were so. But you know what though? I must say, there's a subculture of dancers here with this sort of, I forgot what that. It's a different kind of club music. It's the
Jersey Club. It's the what they call Jersey
Man,
Club. Yeah.
I've watched a couple of
They get
videos.
Mhm.
They get like 400 to 500 kids
Mhm.
up in there, and they just be battling.
Yeah.
And that's how it was.
Mhm.
I remember there was a place Errol took me to. We had to go. He had to do something, get some money from this guy or something. Kabul, we had the African Globe Theater
Yeah.
downtown Newark.
Yeah.
It was in the early '90s.
Next to Symphony Hall.
Yeah.
Yep. We had to go there, or we were making our rounds downtown. We had to go to this place. He had to do something. I forgot what it was. I said, all right, I'll go with you. We'll go back to the Zans. We had to pick something up. I don't know what we had to do. Anyway, I got in there. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Mm-hmm.
It was sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
These kids were doing a particular type of dance,
Mm-hmm.
this particular type of music. I was floored.
Yeah.
And I heard this Mr. Postman record.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? And they were, and you know
They
what?
loved it.
And I felt like I was 17 again at one of the parties, the Gentlemen of Leisure parties we used to go to when I was like 17, 18. They would do parties, you know, for the high schools back in the late 70s. Jen Gold Productions. What's the other one? They're gonna kill me because I forgot that it was Gold Productions, and what's the other one? They're gonna kill me. I forgot. Oh my God. They were not. I won't say that rivals, but they were also a DJ outfit of that time, and they would also do parties as well. And it reminded me of that, being 16, 17 at these parties. And they were young kids, and I'm like, Errol, it's a whole subculture that is independent of the house scene. And it was packed. I'm
You know,
like, wow.
Carlton used to play for them.
Yeah, I heard. So, if we can get that feeling, if we can pull them over to the house scene, that would be awesome.
Oh my God. I think they. I
That
think
energy
it's a
that
hard-
they have, yeah, it's hard. Yeah, and they don't do their parties on a regular basis either.
No, they just pop
it's
up every now and then.
So, like I said, it's not something that they do every week because I don't think anyone can make any money doing a party every week.
Well, the Globe, they actually, I don't know if it was every week or every month, but they did, at one point, they did have it rather regularly.
The Globe, back then,
Yeah.
yeah. No, back then, yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
can pull it up back then. No, now,
it's not,
you can't really
if it is,
do
I haven't heard of it.
you can't really do that. You're not gonna make any money because the scene is made up of 40 to 60-year-olds. So you're not gonna make any money. I mean, they barely come out once a month.
Right.
So, the future. I mean, the future's bright. I'm always optimistic about it because the music is just so good. A lot of great songs. How are we going to get that audience, a new audience of people coming in, is the question. I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's start inviting them. I think
That
we
would
really
be nice.
should. You
That
know,
would be nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think the soul culture is the underground scene is flourishing. I mean, go down in Atlanta, go to DC, go to Baltimore, go to Denver, go to
Mhm.
LA, San Francisco, overseas. I mean, the scene is still alive. I think it's always going to be there.
yeah,
But at the level that we had it here in Newark back in the
not so much.
and it
Not
was
so much.
it was awesome. I must say, you didn't have to go to New York at times. I mean, mind you, I mean, New York was the disco capital of the world.
Mhm.
So in the late '70s, that's where we all went. I know I did. I didn't really become a member of a regular Advance till '83. I mean, I went in '79, I went in '80, '81, intermittently, But New York was where I went, all over Manhattan, dancing, and getting turned on to the garage by my big brother and going to the loft with these two Puerto Rican girls took me to the loft in '81, '82, I believe, and I went there. So then I got into that scene and the underground scene. So there in the city, I think ones I went to, and I went. It was Ozone Layer. I think I went. I don't remember. There's so many places we went to back then.
there was a lot more
And
variety.
throughout the '80s, I mean, once Zanzibar kind of like fizzled out, you had these parties started to grow. You had now here comes doing parties at a bar. We would never, ever go to a party at a bar. I would be caught dead at a party in a bar back in the day. Are you kidding me? We went to a proper club. In a bar, downstairs in the basement, we would never, ever, no. We didn't go, no. Like with Zanzibar being open, with all these, I mean, you had thousands of, these big clubs. I wouldn't have gone. We would have gone. I'm just being honest. But now in the late once Zanzibar fizzled out and in the early '90s, now promoters, people still want to go out there. You okay? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cramp,
Okay.
muscle spasm from laughing at Chris.
And I wasn't really being funny at all. Just being honest. That's hope I haven't offended anyone. Please, I don't want to offend anyone.
Don't get
out in the
offended.
public. It's not a dig at anyone or anything. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I mean, because that, like you said, there aren't that many proper clubs
Right.
now, and even
Right.
the people who are having parties at proper clubs don't host them regularly enough
Right.
to like have a membership.
Like the cricket
or-
club will
It's
be considered
beautiful.
a proper
It's
club.
gorgeous, but
That's a club.
I
Per se.
think
I mean, it's very nice. I enjoy
it
myself.
is. I wish they would put it. They could put it somewhere else, but other than that,
That'd be downtown would be perfect.
if they could,
Yeah, if they could. Somewhere
yeah,
downtown.
that would be.
Yeah,
But there, and what the crazy thing is, there are really, really nice spaces downtown Newark. It's just I don't think anybody has. Whoever owns them, I'm not sure if they want that.
Okay. Pause. Okay. Ooh.
God.
Alright? You wanna stop?
Has that happened before? On the show?
No,
No.
never.
You can edit that out.
We don't stop.
Yeah, we gonna take it. Yeah.
We don't stop.
I can't even sit back down.
Okay.
We'll take it out. I have to say, I don't know what this is.
Chris made me laugh so hard that my chest is tightening up and I'm having muscle spasms.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, I apologize. That's true. I didn't mean to.
I want to wish everybody a
Close your
healthy and happy new year. Please make sure that you are doing something wonderful with people that give you good vibes coming into the new year. I thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everybody who shares the videos and likes and comments and joins us for the full hour. Keep it locked right here, because next 2018 we doing some other things.
Okay.
So
Bye, y'all.
deuces. It was a situation.
You alright?
Yeah.